What's up, guys? It's Lou from Unbox Therapy, and today I've got a retro unboxing for you, a throwback. It is the Nintendo Entertainment System coming all the way at you from 1985. This is not your standard setup either. This is the deluxe set, including Rob the Robot. I want to give a shout out to A&C Games. I'll put a link in the description as well as up in the annotations to their YouTube channel for allowing me to unbox this. This is a classic, and this is not something you get to look at every day. So as you see, you got the happy family on the back. That could have been you back in 1985. If you were lucky enough to get one of these, you got the old school tube television. Let's go ahead and get inside and get a closer look at this classic, iconic piece of hardware. So the first thing you're going to notice when you get inside the box is some old school styrofoam style packaging, and everything on the interior is exactly as you would have found it 27 years ago. Wow, that's a long time. I'm feeling old talking about this. And here's your user manual, just as it would have been back then, with your wonderful Japanese to English translations, which always make for an entertaining read. I totally recommend you give this baby a read if you do pick up something as unique and rare as something like this is today. Next, you've got the classic, iconic Nintendo Zapper. This is the gray model before it got replaced by the red model gun after, parents in the Western world got paranoid, as they do so well, and said, I don't want my kid rocking a gray gun. And look at how imposing this baby is. You do not want to be on the wrong end of this barrel. Oh, no, not if you're a duck, at least. Now, on the other side here, you can see it's got the Nintendo Zapper insignia on it, as well as the 1985 date. So as I mentioned before, this entire package is coming from back in time. Now, probably the most interesting part of this unboxing is going to be Rob the Robot, because he was only included either on his own or through this deluxe package right here, and I never had the chance of owning him back in the day. I just got the standard edition of the console. It came with the Zapper and Duck Hunt, and that was about it. I believe one controller. So this is actually my first chance to get a look at him. I'm going to give you guys a closer look in a quick second. And here's how you get it all connected to your television. Yeah, back in the day, there was no HDMI. I'm schooling all you youngsters here. It was strictly analog, coaxial style into the back of your tube television. How exciting it was to get your standard video resolution back then. And you've got the classic Nintendo controller, which surprisingly, as rectangular as it is, it still feels relatively comfortable in my hands. Maybe it's just me having some nice memories of playing some old school games back in the day with my brother and my dad, but it does feel decent. And of course, it's cabled. There was no wireless back then. And you can see on the back here, it's made in Japan, just like everything else in this package. Manufactured in Japan, designed in Japan. This baby is Japanese through and through, except for, of course, the North American distribution. So let's get a closer look at the console. This is the one that I'm sure a lot of you had on the shelf at some point in your lives. If you owned one of these, let me know down in the comment section. Let's see how many of us started our gaming careers on the Nintendo Entertainment System. So here's a closer look at the front. This is where your controllers attach to the console. You've of course got your power button and your reset button. There's also a little light beside the power button to indicate that it's on. On the back of the unit, you've got a spot for your AC adapter to power up the console. You've also got a channel 3, channel 4 switch, once again for that analog beauty that this thing is capable of. And then you've got another video out, I believe, for the RF switch. And then you've got standard analog audio and video on the, I believe it's the left side of the unit. The left side of the unit if you're looking from the front. And then on the front of the unit, here's a closer look at your controller ports, as well as your power reset button, and of course where the games are actually inserted. I remember blowing on those cartridges trying to get them to get them picked up. Hey, did anybody have those 101 game cartridges? I remember getting those from my grandfather back in the day. Let me know if any of you guys had those too. So there's your AC power brick. That's how you're going to actually get the console up and running. And then we've got a number of different attachments for Rob the Robot. This is how he integrates with the system and the game Gyromite. All this stuff is necessary, and in this particular unboxing, everything is included. There's nothing missing from the original 1985 package. Here's a closer look at one of the two games included, Duck Hunt. I'm pretty sure that everybody has had a chance to play this. You get a look at the high-quality graphics on the back. And something I found interesting is down on the bottom, these things only came with a 90-day limited warranty. So, you know, as you guys remember, they started to sort of not perform the same way as they aged. I don't know why. I guess that was probably because of dust, etc. Now, you remember these old school plastic sleeves, the black Nintendo sleeves they used to ship in, as well as the manuals that slid in the back. This thing's got mint condition manuals, instructions, I should say. And you got the Nintendo seal of approval on the left. Here's a closer look at the other game included in the deluxe set. This is Gyromite, and once again, you get a look at the graphics. This game is the one that integrates with Rob the Robot, and it also tells you how to get Rob the Robot completely set up. Now, I'm going to need this. As I said before, I've never owned a Rob the Robot. This is my first experience with him, so I want to play it right. So anyways, here's what he looks like when he's all set up and ready to go. As you can see, he looks kind of like the robot in the movie WALL-E. I think they took their inspiration from Rob. He's the original, he's the OG of the robot business. And as you can see, the middle portion of his body actually extends up and down. On the neck portion, you see the notches cut out there. And he integrates with the game Gyromite. And since I have no experience with him, I'm going to get him hooked up and see how it all works. You've got the coiled cable to allow for that movement up and down, on and off switches, etc. This guy seems complicated, but I'm going to play with it nonetheless. I'm going to have some throwback gaming going on in the Unbox Therapy headquarters, a little bit of nostalgic gameplay. It's going to feel real good. I'm going to feel like a kid again. Go back to 1985. The funny thing is, I was actually born in 1985. I'm the exact same age as this setup right here. I hope to look as good as this thing does. This is really good shape for something of that age. Anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this unboxing, hopefully you can like and favorite this video, as it does help me out a bunch. And also, please share this video, because I know there are a lot of people that would appreciate, you know, taking a look at something that was probably a part of their childhood. Anyways, once again, I want to give a shout out to A&C Games for providing this particular deluxe set for unboxing on the channel. A link to their YouTube channel is going to be in the annotations, as well as down in the description. Go check them out. Let them know I sent you. Let them know that you appreciate what they're doing for retro games. And other than that, stay tuned for the next video on the channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, please go ahead and do so. Lots more planned, lots on the way. And I'll see you guys on the next one. All right, later.